Good day, Ma'am Sulima. This is my presentation about the proclamation of the Philippine independence, a multimedia presentation. I am Japit Clark Piggergood, and this is my presentation. The Philippine Declaration of Independence was proclaimed by Filipino Revolutionary Forces General Emilio Aguinaldo on June 12, 1898 in Cavite, El Vejo, present-day Kawit, Cavite, Philippines. It asserted to sovereignty and independence of the Philippine Islands from the 300 years of colonial rule from Spain. Historical background of proclamation of the Philippine independence. In April 1898, the Spanish-American War broke out over Spain's brutal suppression of a rebellion in Cuba. The first in a series of decisive U.S. victories occurred on May 1, 1898 when the U.S. Aztec Squadron under Commodore George Dewey annihilated the Spanish Pacific Fleet of the Battle of Manila Bay in the Philippines. From his exile, Aguinaldo made an arrangement with U.S. authorities to return to the Philippines and assist the United States in the war against Spain. He landed on May 19, rallied his revolutionaries, and began liberating towns south of Manila. On June 12, he proclaimed Philippine independence and established a provincial government of which he subsequently became head. The Philippine Islands became a Spanish colony during the 16th century. They were ceded to the U.S. in 1898 following the Spanish-American War. In 1935, the Philippines became a self-governing commonwealth. Manuel Quezon was elected president and was taken with preparing the country for independence after a 10-year transition. In In 1942, the island fell under Japanese occupation during World War II, and U.S. forces and Filipinos fought together during 1944-45 to regain control. On July 4, 1946, the Republic of the Philippines attained its independence. Emilio Aguinaldo rules in the event and his contribution. Filipino leader Emilio Aguinaldo led his country to achieve independence after fighting off both the Spanish and the Americans. Emilio Aguinaldo was born on March 22, 1869 in Kawit, Cavite, Philippines. In 1898, he achieved independence of the Philippines from Spain and was elected the first president of the new republic under the Malolos Congress. He also led the Philippine-American War against U.S. resistance to Philippines independence. Again, Aguinaldo died of a heart attack on February 6, 1964 in Quezon City, Philippines. Events on June 12, 1898 and the reading of the Independence Declaration. Independence was proclaimed on June 12, 1898 between 4 and 5 in the afternoon in Cavite at the ancestral home of General Emilio Aguinaldo, some 30 kilometers on south of Manila. The event saw the unfurling of the flag of the Philippines, made in Hong Kong by Marcela Agoncillo, Lorenza Agoncillo, and Delfina Herbosa, and the performance of the Marcha Filipina Magdalo as the national anthem, now known as Lupang Hinirang, which was composed by Julian Felipe and played by the San Francisco de Malabon Marching Band. The proclamation of the Philippines' independence was, however, promulgated on August 1, when many towns had already been organized under the rules laid down by the dictatorial government of General Aguinaldo. 190 municipal presidents of different towns from 16 provinces. And this is the provinces: Manila, Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, Bulacan, Bataan, Infanta, Murong, Tayabas, Pampanga, Pangasinan, Mindoro, Nueva Ecija, Tarlac, La Union, and Zambales ratified the proclamation of the of Independence in Bacoor, Cavite. Later at Malolos, Bulacan, the Malolos Congress modified the declaration upon the insistence of Apollinario Mabini, who objected to the original proclamation, essentially placed the Philippines under the protection of the United States. Why the proclamation of the Philippines independence is considered a pivotal moment in the Philippine history. The day the Philippines gained independence is the pinnacle of patriotism. On June 12 holds that symbolic sense of a truly independent Filipino nation. More than half a century ago, Filipinos commemorated the declaration of the Philippines independence on July 4, which is the same day as the American Independence Day. However, it was only in 1962 that June 12 was declared as the country's day of freedom through a presidential proclamation issued by President Diosdado Macapagal. This this change of date was further cemented through Republic Act No. 4166 in 1964. Macapagal said the recognition of the independence of a nation should not be accorded by any other country but itself. It is proper that what we should celebrate is not the day when other nations give recognition to our independence, but the day other nations give to our independence, but the day when we declared our desire to exercise our inherent and inalienable right to freedom and independence. Macapagal said in a 1960 public address on Independence Day, Macapagal Macapagal underscored that June 12, 1898 is the true birthday of an independent Filipino nation. For it was on this day that the country showcased to the world its resolve to consider itself absolved of allegiance to the Spanish crown. It was during this time that President Emilio Aguinaldo proclaimed the independence of the Philippines from the Spanish colonial rule in Cavite, El Viejo Cavite. This event was also the first time the Philippines national anthem was performed publicly and the first time the Philippine flag was displayed. Macapagal said the proclamation of the Philippines independence on June 12, 1898 gave colonial Asia its first free and united nation. There had been other Asian revolutions before, but the revolution which culminated on June 12, 1898 was the first successful national revolution in Asia since the coming of the West, and the republic to which it gave birth was the first democratic republic outside of the Western Hemisphere, he said. So this is the Philippine 5 peso note, Filipino 5 piso, was a demonization of Philippine currency. Philippine President Emilio Aguinaldo is featured on the front side of the note, while the Declaration of the Philippines Independence is featured on the reverse side. This banknote was circulated until the demonetization of the new design series on December 29, 2017. Its printing was stopped in 1995 and was replaced by coins. This is the flag design was conceived by President Emilio Aguinaldo. The exact shade of blue is debated. Many variants were used by subsequent governments. Sewn by Marcela Marino de Agoncillo, Lorenza Agoncillo, and Delfina Herbosa de Natividad in Hong Kong and first flown in the Battle of May 28, 1898. So, yun lang po ang aking presentation, ma'am. Maraming salamat po. God bless you.